So, and so it begins. 19.5. Happy final WOD, everybody. If you saw the announcement, you can understand why Pete is depressed right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So to my left, Pete Hitzman. To my right, Greg Kirschbaum. I am yours truly, Justin Orgazzi, and we are going to talk about 19.5. But first, want to acknowledge a few things before we get to the main event and we talk about our athletes competing tomorrow night. At 6:30, we are going to be holding a CrossFit Kids demo. It is a event that we kicked off about a month ago or so.
Yeah.
Trying to get a kids program, and so we want to try to share that with the community and get involved with that. Second thing, this is going to be a pretty epic event because we are doing a couple-themed throwdown, and we're going to have this kind of a prom theme. So find your tacky prom outfits or Goodwill outfits or your tuxedo t-shirts and bring them. We'll have a backdrop so you can get pictures taken with your significant other or with me because I'll be lonely and running stack tomorrow night. And then last but not least, finger food. So if you want to bring a tasty, succulent treat, finger foods are going to be the theme for this last workout. So let's talk about this workout. I'm kind of sad that it's the last one, but I'm also kind of angry that it involves thrusters and chest-to-bar pull-ups. So I think we all knew that thrusters were going to be coming, and we probably thought in the deepest part of the back of our minds that there was going to be some form of pull-ups. But I don't think any of us saw that there was going to be an additional 60 of thrustering and chest-to-bar pull-upping. So as you may be aware, we've got the rep scheme as follows: 33, 27, 21, 15, 9 thrusters and chest-to-bar pull-ups. The RX weight for the guys is 95. Ladies, they're doing 65. Time cap on this is 20 minutes, and we've all done France, so I think we know how this is going to play out. But I'm going to ask Pete and Greg their thoughts on this workout. So I'll start with you, Pete. What do you think?
Ow. Ow. Fran's bad. Triple Fran is triple bad, I guess. It's somebody said Fran is already ugly, so what's Fran's uglier cousin?
Stan.
Stan is the uglier cousin of Fran. On the other hand, it's just a grind, right? We got a 20-minute time cap. We got a whole lot of reps, so the idea is to go out of the gate at a level of effort that's going to get your heart rate up, but not through the stratosphere. You want to be in control of your breath throughout this entire workout so that you can keep moving and not have a bunch of breaks, not spend a lot of time walking around with your hands on your hips. It's going to be more grip intensive than you're thinking as well. High reps of pull-ups. You're going to want to keep that grip fresh and rest with the bar on the rack, not on the ground, is going to be a big takeaway to cut down those big breaks. Greg, what do you see coming?
This workout is completely not Fran. If you look
Stan.
at this, if you look at this and you're thinking of how Fran feels, you're going to feel none of that during this workout. And why I say that is it's way too many reps to feel like Fran does. Fran is a quick, dirty sprint, and you're pushing the gas pedal the whole time. You do that here, you're going to get one round in and probably fail the rest of the way through. So what this workout is, though, is it's a capacity workout where you're managing rep schemes. If you watch the Matt Frasers of the world do this and you see them do sets of 20 plus reps, remember that he's the best in the world at this, and that's probably not a good strategy for you. Your best strategy is to manage your sets, maybe doing no more than 6 or 7 at a time, but taking breaks that allow you to keep moving. I'd even go so far to say on your chest-to-bar pull-ups that your best bet is to do less than 5 in a set. I don't care. Like if your max set is 15 and you come out of the gate and you do 10, you're probably going to be breaking down to singles within the second round of this workout. So to me, this workout is breaking the reps up early and not taking those long extended breaks because you have to, but taking the smaller, shorter breaks because you choose to.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Those manageable sets are probably going to be key, and not going out of the gate guns blazing like we would in a typical Fran workout, because it would only get ugly from there if we decide to go that route. So no, great talking points. So with that being said, we can talk about the matchup. So we're going to do things a little interesting or a little differently this week, which is our final week. We are doing a couples throwdown. We have 3 of, well, I guess we can call power couples within the gym. The Hitzmans, the Grays, and the Meads will be throwing down on this. And so before we talk about the athletes themselves, I think we're going to give Greg the platform to kind of talk about what he sees his strengths with each of the athletes, and then maybe provide his picks and who he's not going to go with. Shots fired.
Turnabout play.
So, Greg, let's talk about each of these couples, what they bring to this, and what some of the advantages that you see on how they can excel, and maybe talk about some of the challenges that you see that these athletes are going to face tomorrow.
I think starting with the Hitzmans, I think both have been doing fitness for a long enough time that they understand how pacing works, right? They're not going to come out there guns blazing and die in round 1. I think, working out with Pete and Katie both, they understand that they're going to need to break these reps up, and I think that's going to really help them as they pace through this workout. Now, this workout, I don't know that it necessarily plays to either of their strengths very well is the problem there. While they understand pacing, the thruster and the chest bar pull-up are just not movements that I see as being the strength there for them. If I look at the Grays, I've got an athlete in Ben Gray who's a stud and who should do very well on thrusters. If he's smart, will break up the chest bar pull-ups, and I think could do well there. And you couple him with Ashley, who's just really, really fast at thrusters. The same way she is at, like, if this was coupled with a GHD sit-up, I'd say this is her workout. But the thruster is going to be, she's going to fly through those. She's going to struggle with the chest bar pull-up. So it's going to be that battle of, hey, how do we manage those breaks? And then we look at the Meads. And we've got 2 pretty well-rounded athletes in Jess and Pat Mead. I think that neither one of them has one of these movements that's a glaring strength, but neither one is a glaring weakness. And that's my pick for this week is going to be the Meads, from a sense of to me, for these 2 movements, the most well-rounded. They're going to be able to keep moving on those thrusters, and both athletes, again, if they're smart, are going to be able to do some manageable sets on those chest bar pull-ups. And this is just going to be a grind. This is going to be a very, very challenging workout. It's going to need to be attacked smartly.
Yeah, I'm not going to piggyback. I think your assessment is pretty spot on. I'm excited to see primarily Ben on the thruster. That's a movement that he excels at. Just that front squat, getting to that depth, and then just exploding out of the bottom into that press overhead. I'm excited to see both Patrick and Jess tackle this. I think this will be a nice complementary workout for the both of them. I see Jess crushing the thruster portion, and I see Patrick killing it on the chest bar. And I see hopefully not a marital problem between you and Katie. I think even though you're competing with the other couples, I think it'll be kind of key, not competing with yourselves, but I think it'll be fun. I think, like Greg said, I think you guys have been doing this for a long time, be able to know how to pace this. But yeah, you guys' movements are pretty sound and solid. But I think for me and for my pick, you know what the heck, I'll go with you guys. I'll go with you guys to win it.
The love is rich tonight. No, I think it's going to be a good round robin of pain. We've already seen in regular classes Ashley and Katie throwing down against each other. Those 2 girls know how to push each other deep into the pain cave. Katie and I have been throwing down against each other for coming on 6 years now, so we know how to sort of do the Rich Froning look over and check where each other are. So that's going to be a push as well. I think depending on who chooses which scaling options, I could end up being very close with Pat Mead if he goes chest to bar and I go scaled, which is pretty likely. It's gonna be a firefight, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I think it's gonna come down to a little bit of who's got the mental toughness when the rounds get short to keep the throttle pushed up.
Yep.
And that's where Katie's got it in spades, man. She knows how to suffer. So I'm putting her at the leading edge of the fight, and I'm going to try to hang on as long as I can. We'll just put it there.
Well, and you mentioned scaling. We didn't mention that, but the scaling for this is 65-pound bar and then jumping pull-ups. So yeah, that's going to be a cardio burn. So this is going to be just a mental grind, no matter how you slice and dice this. So yeah, any other thoughts on this workout?
You make a good point, just real quick, about the end of this workout. We talked about the beginning of this workout being breaking it up, but really, if you do this workout well in the beginning, it sets you up well for that 15 and 9 that's when you potentially could put the gas pedal down, and if you have anything left to empty that tank, that is a place where if you have that capacity there, like, that sets you apart at the end of this workout. If you could have something left to, hey, maybe do 9 unbroken, that can make a big difference.
Yeah, the big thing in workouts like this, and we've done a lot of, in the open over the years especially, we've done a lot of structured workouts that have big sets that you know ahead of time you're going to need to break down. I think a very intelligent strategy to go into this is to choose ahead of time where your breaks are going to be. Don't decide in the heat of the moment where your breaks are going to be, because then they're going to be often, right? So for me, I look at this workout, and especially if I'm going to scale it, I'm going to take the first round and try to do sets of 11. The second round, I'll try to do sets of 9, and that way get it done in 3 block clumps right down. And then when I get into that 15 and that 9 round, maybe I'll try to get those done in 2 sets just to push that throttle up a little further. And I like to pass people at the end, so we'll give that a shot too.
Otherwise known as #making power moves. That should be the hashtag. I don't know if the hashtags are out this week or not, but if they are, you'll be sure to see them on the whiteboard by the coach's corner, the computer area. So there you have it, guys. 19.5. Oh, like I said, we knew the thrusters were going to come. We just didn't know when, but it just seems kind of appropriate that it would be this final workout. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that has been involved in the last 5 weeks. Just wanted to give a shout out to Ashley Zielinski, Brandon Nehmeyer, and Hillary Tebow for help orchestrating this last 5 weeks. It's been phenomenal, and we appreciate you all for coming out and supporting the athletes out here, and just kind of hanging out and get to know other people, and just be part of this pretty awesome community. So hats off to you all for being a part of this. With that said, we have nothing else left other than we'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, make sure you get your ugliest prom outfit, even if it's a tuxedo t-shirt. I promise you we are going to have a backdrop and maybe a balloon. I don't even care. I just wanted to have a prom night, but we're going to make it happen. So we'll relive the glory days, especially if you're with your high school sweetheart. You guys can have your picture taken again. It'll be glorious, and we'll put it on the social webs. So with that being said, thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Signing out.
Have a great night, guys. Thanks for watching.
Later.